And we are live. At least I think we're live. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday night. I'm going to pull up my chat window here. See if I can find it now. I was all prepared. Oops. Mute myself there. Nobody wants to hear somebody. See what else. That's my other window. Oh, where'd it go? How is it possible? There I am. Let's see if I can do it this way. Live studio. I want to bring over my chat to my other window. I don't think I'm having much luck tonight. So how is everybody's Friday night doing? Good, I hope. Let's see here. One waiting. I'm showing live, so there's that. Why can I not find? There we go. There it is. But I want it to come up. Oh, okay. See if I can try this again. Okay. Now I can see live chat. Okay, well, so it's been a busy week. My job has changed a little bit in the last couple of weeks. I work for the same company, otherwise than being outsourced to another company. So that's always fun. Onboarding for a new company after 10 years with one company. But, you know, it's still a job and I'm making a paycheck. So I am not going to complain about that. So what I was going to try to do tonight, and I am not sure how it is going to work, but back in November when I was down in Florida visiting for Thanksgiving and all that, I got to finally meet Jenny Love and Ghost Mama, and we were doing a cemetery exploration there and on the West Coast. Hi, Monkey Wrench. Thank you for coming in. I hope you're ready to view something you've already viewed. How many times now? Twice? I've got my new glasses on tonight, so maybe I can see a little bit better than trying to look up. Look this way, look this way. So it is what it is, and let's hope it works. Does everything sound all right to you from your end, Callie? Yes, I know you were there. I've sat here trying to figure out how to share the screen and do it, and it keeps telling me 5x5 or 10-4. Okay, I'll assume that means you can hear all right. It's Friday night, so I guess a lot of other places people are gone live or whatnot. So I am going to keep it to an hour, but I'll give it a few more minutes and just mindlessly talk to myself and Kelly, even though he and I talk all day long. But do something with my gray hair before I go. See you, hear you, fine, good, cool. That's good to know. Funny how the internet works, isn't it? You used to have to go visit people in order for them to see you, and now you can see them on video. I swear to goodness, I just heard somebody talking. I hope that wasn't my stomach growling. Hey, David, thank you for stopping in. I am giving it a few minutes. I do have a video I am going to try screen sharing and see if anybody can hear what I heard when I was going through my audio and video. I had sent the screenshot of what I sent to you, Kelly, down to Jenny to let her listen to the clip along with what you and I have heard. And then if anybody's seen on the shorts on the channel, who knows? I played a small clip of it, of what we caught while we were walking around. It only lasted a short time, but it was definitely something that I hadn't heard. I don't think, Kelly, you didn't hear it when we were walking around. And none of us are reacting to it. So I am going to play the clip. I hope I've adjusted the audio well enough, but I'll be curious to see. So I'll give it I'll give it till 9:10, and then I am going to start screen sharing, and we won't watch the whole thing because otherwise yeah, that's what I mean exactly. Um it would definitely be considered a class A EVP because you can distinctly hear what we're hearing, but it's not something that was heard by the group that we were in at the time it went out. So, you know what? There's a few of you here. I don't want to make. Hey, Parasolo, thank you for coming in. And quick, while I got you here, David, I'm going to give you. No, how do I do that? Wait a minute. How come it's not in the show? Hide. Oh, that's because it's not. Ugh, I swear to goodness. I thought I pulled up my chat from StreamYard. All right, let's see if I can do this now. That is moderator. Standard. Save. All right, David, I give you a wrench too because we all know how some of the live streams we've been in lately, but I think they're all pretty much blocked in here, but usually don't notice most UVPs until you edit your videos unless it comes over the device or app. Yeah, exactly. And at the time that it came through, I originally, when I got home, I transferred my files to my laptop from my Samsung, but then I couldn't find any of the files. I couldn't find them in downloads, anything like that. So I kind of called them my lost videos. But I did notice when I started, I put everything together and I had pretty much been, you're there at the investigation. I'd listened through and nothing really stood out differently to me. So anyway, let's see if I can do this and I'll let you guys be the judge of it. So I am going to, hopefully this works. I'm going to try to screen share it. This StreamYard says that it's easier to have two monitors. Well, unfortunately, I don't have another monitor to share. So I am going to try it. Yeah. Screen sharing is easiest with two monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Well, I'm not going to complain. Thanks for sharing the audio or the clips with me. So I'm going to share screen. I am going to go to Restlawn Memorial and share audio. Also share audio. Okay, so I'm going to try sharing this. So I am not going to be able to see my screen until I go into my live stream here. So give me just a moment, guys. Bear with me. Appreciate it. Are you kidding me? The phone's going to act up now? No, that's not the one I want. Live stream. Oh, interesting. Caught on camera. Okay, so you are seeing the screen. Oh, interesting. Oh, honest to goodness, guys, I'm sorry. All right, so you're hearing it, I'm assuming. All right, so you're hearing it. Oh, no, you're hearing me. I'm assuming. Okay, guys, bear with me. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure that the screen was sharing, which it is. So I am going to press play. Now, I'm basing this on... I have headphones. You might need them. Yeah, my headphones are at work in my desk because I didn't want to have to listen to everybody talking today. So unfortunately, I don't have the... Okay, so I've got screen shared. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger, which it is. So I've got to go out of Escape, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I'd be better at this. So let me just hit the play button.
If it helps, I was born in Ireland, and I'm wearing Irish jewelry right now.
Oh, that might be why. Yep. That could very well be why. I worked here. Well, if you think about it, the people who own the property.
Can you all hear that at all?
Yeah, I worked here.
Kelly, come stand here and look where I'm standing and look over
At what?
between the trees.
Yeah, I see a shadow, but I think it's the reverse of the trees that are going in both directions.
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
It looks like 2 points coming together, and the bottom one is black and the top one is white.
Okay. Makes sense.
I think it's coming through the trees. Should have gotten bug spray at Walmart.
Okay, well, I appreciate you hearing it. I don't know if you can hear it on the actual video that it's going right now. I hate to give it away until what we're hearing at the same time
The
it's
more
playing.
volume, the more energy.
Blinded me with his light.
But at the time, because I really don't know if you're able to hear it or not. I know that Kelly can hear it. He's got headphones on though.
What is it?
Maybe I'm just gonna have to. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing, guys. I'm not exactly sure, and I don't want to waste y'all's time. And I'll come back into the studio. I'm gonna pause it, and what I will do is copy the link. I'm going to cut that out, and I am going to go here. So you had your headphones on so you could hear it. So what I'm going to do, close, is put my link in the chat. And what this was is the clip to the video. So if you're interested in what you might have heard, I was listening and zoomed in to watch. Sorry. So I'm sorry, Parasolo. I'm not exactly sure if anybody could hear it or not. So what I had originally done, there's a short tube that I put it up as. Let me just pull up my chat again because I'm trying to look and see too. So it wasn't so much something that you were going to see. What actually happened was while we were walking around in the cemetery, so if I base it off what we were, hey Rain, thank you for coming in. I was trying to screen share a video, but I don't think it's working right. I'm going to give it away. Well, so now you've messed me up. I can't share if you already told it. Jeez. Just kidding. Kelly is my partner in crime and business. So he was there with us. So what had actually happened when we were at the cemetery and I had to go through it. So I dropped the link for the actual video. And right around, I don't know, 25 minutes into it, we were walking around the back portion of the cemetery and you could hear the kids giggling and playing together like they were playing on a playground of sorts. So that interested me. I made it into a short. I put the short up, and then I figured I'd try a live stream and see how it works sharing, but you know, I'm still trying to get used to the StreamYard. But by the time I get home from work, sometimes I just don't want to deal with the computer again. So there was a portion of it, like I said, right around 25 minutes in, where we heard the children playing, giggling, laughing. And then if you pay attention again, it's probably about another minute to a minute and 20 seconds in. You hear a little girl. Now, to me, it sounds like a whisper or a little screech of some sort. But after that, when we got to another area towards the end of it, and this wasn't while we were there, but you hear Jenny make a comment about seeing kids on their bikes. So anything after that, I discredited for the kids being there. David, that's funny because none of us reacted to it. So I've done, I guess, paranormal investigations, if you term it that way, I guess, since my son was young. He was probably about 3 years old when I started it. So it's been about 20 years. So catching something like that, not having to enhance it at all, I'd call that a Class A EVP. So we're catching something there. So I am going to be on vacation again down in Florida in a few weeks. And I definitely want to go back and see if I can I don't want to say, well, you can't recreate something, but see if we can catch that same event again, which would be really cool. So otherwise than that, hey, Auntie Mama, how are you tonight? Thank you for stopping in. I've only been on 19 minutes. I figured I'd do this at 9 o'clock on a Friday night because I'd be awake and thriving, but I don't know. It's the end of the day. It's been a busy week, and so I did find there were a couple of places. I've got to make an itinerary. Yeah, I'm wondering, the place where we were, Bressalon, I think Bressalon was the name of it. Jenny said that she gets a lot more activity up to where there's a place where the children and younger infants are buried, and they've gotten voices there before. But this one, what struck me was because we were just walking around, so it was nothing seen or heard, but it's still there, and I was like floored when I heard it. because that, to me, sometimes I call that once in a lifetime, because I've done a lot of investigations over time, but it was interesting. Definitely glad I caught it. So when I am down in Florida, I found a couple of places that I do want to go to. One was the Woodlawn Memorial Park, and I think they call it Gotha, Florida. And Gotha is right around or outside of Orlando area. And I have a family member that's buried there, but it's also the resting place of Bob Ross. So if anybody, well, I believe everybody knows who Bob Ross was. So there's one place we're definitely going to do. There were a couple of places in Brooksville, Florida area. Kelly and I had traveled around that area before. And we went into the Rose Cemetery that's just below Brooksville and Spring Hill area. All right, help me out here, Kelly. The one where we went to the great big cemetery where we had that little well, I guess you call it a crypt or whatnot, where there was nobody had been buried there yet. Okay, well, thank you for coming in. That's grandmother buried down near Clearwater. There are a couple in Clearwater that I'd looked up. I wanted to try to hit. I mean, Florida's got plenty of Clearwater had. I think there were three of them. There's McMullen Cemetery in Clearwater that has a lot of history to it. They had Sullivan Abbey Memorial Park Cemetery also. And then they had one Clearwater Cemetery. Those are the three that I was going to try to hit up while I'm down there. I like the older ones with the stones. The one I was talking to you about down in Florida. Oh my gosh, guys, please don't mind me. My brain kind of stayed at work, I think. I'm trying to think of the place. You know what? When in doubt, Google it out. Tarpon Springs. Sorry, I keep calling it Tarpon. It was Tarpon Springs. We went to the Rose Hill Cemetery, and there were a few people that were still in there. So I don't like filming families when they're in visiting a loved one. So I ended up just making that a short ride through video. So I think it's a good perspective or prospect to go to and take a look at next time around. Then the place that I was going, or I do have the video up on my channel, which if you're interested, it's there. I was trying to think of the name of it. Why is it when you want to remember something, your mind just like totally leaves you hanging? At least mine is tonight. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. And I appreciate every one of you stopping in tonight. It's Friday night. I'm sure y'all got things planned to do. I'm working on I've got to get a little bit more comfortable, I think, with doing more live streams. Hey, Banshee, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I was just thanking everybody for taking time out of their Friday night. Because apparently I had a brain fart and my brain stayed at work. and I came home, I was trying to focus on looking for one thing at a time. Um, I know I'll find it. I mean, it's not like there's been a ton of videos between last year and now. I did, except for the 31 days in Halloween. That was a challenge. Is getting all those up. So why can't I find PSA? Oh, that's what it was. So I had to actually look at my. I'm laying in bed 9:25. It's freezing cold. Oh, that's not good. Are you in the winter season now, Banshee? I don't know if you guys are opposite of us over here or not. I know that. Yes, that somebody was asking me. They were going to travel, and when they were thinking about traveling, it was actually, yes, it is winter. Okay. I was going to say, normally where you are, I thought it was warm, but you know, I live in the southern hemisphere of my brain half the time, so I don't think I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be living in my brain, but that's okay. We're all happy here in my brain, so all my own personalities are. So I won't complain, but I'm sorry that you're freezing. I don't like winter. I like it warm and hot most of the time if I can help it and get it that way. What is it? I'm a My grandfather always told me growing up I was born on the wrong side of the Mason-Dixon line because he never met somebody that grew up in Maine and hated winters. Granted, when I got older, when I was young and you do the four-wheelers and the snowmobiling, I never did skiing. Never agreed with me. So I never really did the skiing or winter sports like that, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I guess it's my grandfather would say also. So I was talking a little bit. Though I do have to say, when I am down there, oops. Oh, I hear you, Banshee. Sleep in, sleep in. My son has to go in for clinicals in the morning, so he's going to be up bright and early. So I don't envy him for that. I wrote down too. You would think that I'd have wrote it down. Was the cemetery where Emmy caught the cows? Oh, where she was scared by the cow at night. I thought I'd written that down, but of course, I've got all kinds of stuff written down. I've got to make my own itinerary for vacation time, so I'm a little bit more organized. It's funny how I can be organized, settle in my mom's estate, but when it comes to my own stuff, I've got a little bit pile here, I got a little pile here, and even though I know what you're seeing is mirrored to what I am at over here, which would be over here on the computer, I've got my pile of stuff that I've got to go through and organize and update my schedule and all that stuff. I can't believe I'm going to be going to school for 3 days for our new billing system before I go on vacation. That's going to be a fun experience. But I'm kind of bummed though. I was kind of hoping that the sharing screen would work. but I guess it didn't. See, I get all my notifications and everything on a Friday night, so oh, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to talk about tonight because I envisioned something totally different in my head. My head planned on all this working out, trying to do it ahead of time. But I guess I'm going to have to get a second monitor for the computer so that it might be a little bit easier to screen share and be prepared ahead of time. As I know Parasolo said he was just watching it or something, and of course I cut it off. All right, guys. You know what? I really appreciate everybody coming tonight. I am sorry it's going to be a short live. Um, uh, I'm like I said, I apologize. I'm just like having a total brain fart tonight and can't seem to get my thoughts clear. It seems like every time I'm watching my videos that I get like totally sidetracked and like fuzzy and all that stuff. So I am going to end it. I appreciate everybody coming in. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I am going to do more lives on a regular basis. I have some set up that I am going to be working on some different things that can hopefully, while increasing watch hours, some cool topics that are going to be coming up. So I appreciate everybody stopping in. I appreciate you taking your time out of your Friday night and watching. I hope you enjoyed for the short time we were on. So everybody have a fantastic night. I appreciate you stopping in, and we will see you soon. Thank you for coming. Good night.